What we're doing here tonight is we're planning on nominating Gerry Adams as a Sinn Fein candidate in the next general election for the Louth and East Meath constituency. What tonight is all about, it's about making history. It's about turning politics on its head. It's about challenging those men and women who've had it too easy for too long in the comfortable seats in the Dáil, and actually turning around and telling them that there's real leadership now needed across the whole island of Ireland, and Gerry Adams is our man from County Louth to do that very thing. There's going to be an awful lot thrown at us here, but bring it on, because Irish Republicans and the people of County Louth, we're wise people. We can see through it all. They've tried all this before, but it doesn't work, because Gerry Adams has a track record of delivering real goals for the Irish people. Gerry Adams is a man who is an architect of the peace process. All those other parties that are trying to snap at our heels, they're only jealous that they don't have a leader, that they don't have a potential candidate who is recognised all around the world for the right reasons, for the good reasons. And the people in County Louth are proud that our new TD in waiting is recognised by every American, by every Australian and by every international politician. We're up for this. We're up for making history. This is a small county talking up big for the rest of Ireland.
My name is Edel Corrigan. I'm elected representative on Louth County Council for the Dundalk-Carlingford area, and it is with great honour for me, on behalf of the Louth Sinn Fein Cola-Cantor, to propose a nomination to contest for the forthcoming general election, Dáil election, for the Louth constituency. We are nominating a man who has shown great courage and leadership throughout his lifetime. He has guided us with great vision and is internationally recognised. He would be the first leader of any Irish political party to run in this constituency. It is with great pleasure that on behalf of Louth Sinn Fein Cola-Cantor that I propose Gerry Adams.
Councillor Pierce McGill, Member Louth County Council. I wish to formally second the proposal of Edel's on behalf of Louth Cola-Cantor Sinn Fein. I'm seconding the proposal to a man who has worked all his adult life for the cause of freedom, justice and peace in our country. Gerry.
Now this is always the difficult bit. I have to ask the proposed candidate if he accepts the nomination. I'll take that as a yes. And then just to finally ratify, I have to ask that all those in favour of the nomination of Gerry Adams to contest the Louth constituency to raise their gloves. Those against, I declare Gerry Adams, President of Sinn Fein, the candidate for Sinn Fein.
What have we decided to do tonight? We haven't decided to send me out there on my own. Right? We're a team. And what you have decided tonight is to let me join your team. And we have a strong team here, but with big things to do. And we have huge ambitions. The ambition of these other parties, take benefits off blind people. The ambitions of these other parties cripple families who are already economically vulnerable. Look up and down this East Coast and see, do you see a thriving fishing industry? Do you see thriving little communities? Look at the farming community, despite the fact that there was a government minister here. Look at what's happening. That's where their ambition is. Look at a party which has been content to live in a partitioned island since the British first divided us. Our ambitions are way beyond the imagination of these other parties. It's for a united Ireland, and that hugely important historical task that since republicanism was first conceived, way back 200 years ago, which is about the unity of Catholic, Protestant and Dissenter. That's what it's about. That is a mission that we are on. And it's my very, very strong view that we're going to complete that mission. We're going to be the generation which will be able to live in a united and free Ireland. Now, we have seen if ever we needed proof, why we need republicanism. It's just so obvious. Just imagine, private banks, out of greed, get into huge difficulty, and the government brings in the type of savage budget that it has brought in to bail out the banks. And that's what's happening. They have put in a 4-year programme. If you think what you saw in the budget is bad, they're going to do the same thing the next budget, and the next budget, and the next budget. That's what they're about. And you say to me, well, they're not going to be there. But Fine Gael have signed up for the same budget. The leader of the Labour Party said that he would implement the budget if this government brought in a budget. So it's back to basic republicanism. There was never a time in which Republican politics was more necessary. And what's Republican politics? Take down the proclamation and read it. And the challenge for all Republicans is to make the Republican relevant in our time. So the men and women in 1916 didn't use the same words as those who went before them in the Fenian movement, and they didn't use the same words as those who went before them. The same principles, the same core values. And thus, this is not 1916. This is 2010, and we're approaching 2011. So what does cherishing all the children of the nation equally mean? It means the right to a job. The right to a job. It means if you're born in this island, or you come here to live with us, by dint of being a human being, by dint of citizenship, that you have rights. You're not a subject. You have rights. It means that your child has a right to school, and access to education is the very highest kind through all the stages of their life. No matter if they're from the Hobnamoor or Clogherhead or Ballymurphy or the Bogside. It doesn't have to be paid for. It doesn't have to be that you're lucky enough that your parents can pay for it. No, just if you have the talent and you want to go that direction. It means that women have to be cherished. It means that if a child or a person has disabilities, well, why should they be disadvantaged because of that? And you see, you don't judge your society by how many millionaires you have. You judge your society by the quality of life of those who are on the margins, those who are vulnerable, those who need help. Then you go through all the modern concepts, the right to a decent environment, the right no matter where you live to have a good quality of life. Now, what's life about? It's supposed to be about human happiness, not burdened by debt and stress and poverty and everything else that goes with it. So this is the time for that. In the next couple of months, we're going to fight an election. And it's entirely up to the people here in County Louth and in East Meath who they elect. This body, this Republican gallery and this Sinn Fein convention has selected me, and I thank you for that, and I'm humbled, and it is a great honour to go out and represent you. Our job now is to tell everybody out there who we are. Our job is to have belief. Belief, not just that we can win this seat, because it's our seat. Arthur won the seat. You put Arthur in and before him Paddy Agnew. So it's our seat. But we're not just talking about winning the seat. We're talking about putting in place and making a stand for republicanism, for citizenship, for the Irish people, for Irish unity, for a better way forward, and for a new Ireland. And that starts tonight. And that's what struggle's about. That's what struggle's about. It always starts the next day. When you get up the next morning, that's the first day of the struggle. So I thank you for your confidence in me and for selecting me to represent you. let's go out here and let's make sure that come the election, that we return, whenever the Taoiseach has the bottle, to call the election. So let's go from here tonight, folks, and Christmas is coming, let's have the Christmas break, and God bless us all and Nullag Honady. But after that, New Year 2011, this is our year. Okay, let's get out of that.